Yeah, good morning, my friends. I welcome you to another edition of Mentoring with Bola Adewara. Today, I want to look at an important issue that many of us, especially parents now, really bother about. It is so easy for us to refer to our children, especially those of them in the teenagers, those in the early 20s, perhaps even in their 30s, referring to them as lazy youth. But I come to differ this morning because I always like to ask the question, what have we taught these children? Are we really bringing them up the same way our parents brought us up? I think the failure we see these days is the failure of parenthood. Many parents have failed because we were brought up properly, but are we replicating that in the lives of our children? Therefore, this morning, I want to show you, and perhaps these children we refer to as lazy youths, with a lot of apologies in my mind, what my mother told me or what my mother taught me when I was young. I call it 20 lessons Mama taught me early in life. And I want many of us parents today to ask ourselves if we are actually replicating these things in the lives of our children. I welcome you to Mentoring with Bola Adewara. 20 lessons Mama taught me early in life. One, if I am seated in a public, in a bus or in a public transport, and I see an elder standing, especially the aged, I should give up my seat to them. How many of you parents do this? I have seen so many parents, they will tell them, sit down. I pay money for this tribe, I pay money for this, I pay money for this seat, and therefore let him stand. How many parents, in all honesty, will tell their children, stand up and let this old man sit down? Secondly, I should never offer a handshake first to anybody older than me. Don't offer a handshake first to anybody older than you. An important lesson my mother told me, because in this part of the world, handshake should be made first. I mean, the advancement of it should be made by your parents, not by you, the child. Number three lesson, when an elder offers me a handshake, I should prostrate, then stand and take the hands with my two hands. To my mother and people of her generation, this is a sign of respect. Number four lesson, I should always respect women, never to raise my hands against any. I should know that women fight with their mouths, and I should walk away when any woman provokes me. Even in traffic, let her have the right of way. Mama told me that anytime I am maybe in the bank and I find a woman, a pregnant woman, I should give that position away for her. Anytime I find a woman either aged or pregnant, that we don't know how this thing do women. All this, the pregnancies, I mean, these things that we don't really know how women feel when they are pregnant. That allow a pregnant woman the right of place. Let her do her things and let her go away. These are things Mama told me. Number five lesson. Mama told me to be careful with what I say anywhere. She said that once I speak, I cannot unspeak. She told me that words are like eggs. Once these words drop and got shattered, there is no magic to put it together again. She told me that people can forget. She told me that people can forgive you for whatever you say, but they will never forget. Even if they tell you that, look, I've forgiven you, I've forgotten it, is a lie. It will always be there. And she told me that I should not be quoted anywhere I am when it comes to them say, you understand what we say, them say, that when they find people talking about other people, wherever I am, be very quiet. Don't join people to talk about anybody. Lessons Mama told me early in life. Lesson number 6. Mama once told me that liars must have good memories. I should be careful not to tell lies, because if I tell a lie, I will tell another 1,000 lies to cover the preceding lies. She told me that lies is like digging a hole to fill another hole. That hole is still there. That when you tell a lie, you will need another 1,000 lies to cover the preceding lie. So in every situation, find yourself telling the truth. Don't bother. No one can kill you for telling the truth. Lesson number 7. I should not be in the forefront of any protest, and I should not be at the rear. She will tell me, Shegun, be in the middle. At the end of the day, if you got shot by the police, the responsibility, the whole wahala becomes that of your family. She's not telling us not to participate, like the protest going on. My mother was very political. She will be there, but she will be very careful. Therefore, I tell you people, be careful with this protest that is going on. Lesson number 8. Don't fight with anybody. You can disagree with people. You can walk away from them. You can look at maybe you can keep them at an arm's length, but don't foreclose any line, don't foreclose lines of communication with anybody. Let there be opportunities to say hello again. You don't know where you will meet them. Anytime you disagree with people, let there be opportunity so that you can say hello wherever you find them again. Lesson number 9. My mother can greet. Hey, Mama can greet. She taught me how to greet. She said the proof of malice is in the refusal to greet. So to me, I can also greet die. Even in the social media, if I don't see some friends if I don't see the post of some friends or comment or like, you'll find me inboxing them. There was a time I have a friend, a very good friend of mine, Tope, maybe you are listening. I didn't see her online for some time. I became very troubled, myself and a friend, Akin in Ibadan. So what has gone wrong with this lady? Where is she? We started looking for her. That is me. Mama told me to do things like this, and it has been part of me since I was young. Lesson number 10. If anybody does me a favor, I should go to his house to say thank you the following morning. For a whole week, I should try to see him and say thanks for the other day. Until the person says, Haba, you do now. She feels that, it's even there, that if you thank God for what he has done, it gives you another opportunity to get another one. That be always grateful whenever anybody does you any good. Lesson number 11. As a child, if anybody gave me anything outside, I should refuse it. Just say, oh, thank you, sir. I have eaten. If I couldn't refuse it, I should bring it home to her to see first before eating. These days, give any children anything. Give all these boys outside, give them anything. And in fact, I immediately get there eating. I guess this is responsible for my refusal to eat out for a very long time. It takes me a long time. I cannot eat outside. Not until recently that I find myself eating few things outside. I think this thing started from that place. Lesson number 12. Prayer in the morning, afternoon, and night is a must. To her, you just have to pray. Not really when you feel like praying. Even if you don't feel like praying, you have to pray. When we were young, early in the morning, Mama would sprinkle us with water when we are very lazy or reluctant to stand up from bed. And while she's praying, or while she was praying, and you are not saying amen, expect what we call abara. How many of you know what we call abara? Very hot one. You are not saying amen. That was the kind of mama we had when the kind of training we had when we were young. For Mama, every Christian must read through the whole Bible at least once in a lifetime. My mother read the Bible twice, and memory verse is a must. At least one memory verse every week. Lesson number 13. To Mama, every lawyer who argues cases in court belongs to the court, to the occult. Till tomorrow, my mama believes that. No wonder that profession did not gel with many of our children. None of us. I was interested in being a lawyer because I look at myself and, in a way, I have a gift of the gab. But Mama will tell you, you want to be what? You want to be a lawyer? You want to join the occult? Don't you know there are occultic people? It was like that for my mom. So, but it was like that for Mama. Lesson number 14. You must be a church worker. It is a must. You must be in church early every Sunday. If possible, be the first person in church. There are angels waiting to distribute answers to prayers to every early comers. That was the beliefs of my mom. You must attend all weekly meetings in church till she died. You will find her in church on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday. We have this, we have this, we have this. She taught us all these things. Lesson number 15. No bushy hair. Only madmen keep bushy hair. No sideburns. You look like gorilla. No mustache. Are you a he-goat? No alcohol. She will say, Eleya doti whiny. Wine is a mocker. No cigar. You start burning yourself before going to hell. Those are our feelings. Those are things Mama taught me when we were young. Lesson number 16. No child is too young to cook or arrange the house. As from age 5, all we children took great interest in cooking. We took so many responsibilities at home. Like cooking, washing dishes, fetching water, washing our clothes, the curtain, the chairs, everything. From age 4, age 5, Mama taught us all these things. These days, I've had so many parents will tell you that so many parents will say is what do they call it? Child abuse. When you say the child should wash plate, they will say it's child abuse. You tell the child should do this, they say child abuse. These are the places we parents are missing it. And today we are calling these children lazy youth. Don't you see that all these things started from the home? From the home. Lesson number 17. When you wake in the morning, go and wash your face. How many parents tell their children to do this? Of course, you have to take your bath. But you see, that kind of training when we were young was you wake up in the morning, go and wash your face. I remember my granny would sing a song, Ajima Boju, Afuju Ano, that kind of a thing. That when you wake up in the morning and you didn't wash your face, you are still seeing with the eyes of yesterday. It was very interesting that time. When you haven't washed your face, then you move around the house or everywhere. Go and greet people. After brushing your teeth with the toothpaste, you have to top it up with pako. We call pako Ijebu. Mama, anytime she washed her mouth with toothbrush, without the pako, Mama was not complete. And I believe so many people were like that. That time you must have scored the 100%. Lesson number 18. Treat every pastor with respect. Kneel down, if possible, prostrate for them. They are representatives of God. If they are doing well or not, it is not your problem. If you criticize them, you risk hellfire. This is my mama for you. My mama, pastor, you say you are a pastor. My mommy will kneel down, heavy respect. And I think it's still important. Let us respect the men of God, especially those of them that you have proof that God called them. Lesson number 19. This is very funny. Obafemi Awolowo. To my mama, Obafemi Awolowo was a god. And it was like that with so many people in Yoruba land, especially people of her generation. My mama told me that she saw Obafemi Awolowo on the moon, inside through a bucket of water. That time in 1979, when Obafemi Awolowo was campaigning for the presidential election, the man, the way we deify Obafemi Awolowo in Yoruba land. I remember one night they told us, come and see Obafemi Awolowo in the moon. And none of us rushed out. There was a bucket of water, somewhere. And they tell us, see, I didn't see any Awolowo in the moon. No. But that thing was still there. The following morning, we saw some pictures, pictures they were selling all over the place with Awolowo doing this. It was so funny, when we were young. Let me leave that. But you see, till my mama died, she was an acolyte of Obafemi Awolowo. Lesson number 20. Jesus will come back soon. She was expecting Jesus before she died. But at the end of the day, she went to be with Jesus. I believe that she's with Christ today. I bless you. I'll be looking at another important topic on mentoring. I'll be looking at types of mentoring. Types of mentoring in my next broadcast this evening. And I hope you will keep an appointment with me. Thank you so much. The Lord be with you. Don't forget, this broadcast is to remind you some important things you as parents should teach your children. See you in the evening. God bless you. Bye.